Hi everybody. Welcome to Words Are Hard. This is gonna be a bumpy ride. I'm your host Will Kamei. I have been wanting to do this podcast for a very long time. I've been trying to do a podcast I think since 2015 ish was when I originally had the idea, and I have tried and failed a couple different times, tried with multiple different people, and sometimes things just don't work out, and that's how it happens sometimes. But I just wanted something where I could kind of chill out and not have to worry about editing really, and I could just I don't know, like stream of consciousness kind of thing. I gonna be vaping, and drinking my coffee. Got a nice hot cup of coffee here today, and I am filming this for a visual podcast just in case I want that option, but I honestly don't know. I don't know what I want to do yet. It's just gonna be like that, So I did have a few things that I wanted to talk about. One of them being TikTok, because I know TikTok has been in the news for a couple different reasons lately, mostly because of the TikToker who used the Randonautica app and then found a dead body in a suitcase. Actually, sorry, correction, that was 2 dead bodies in a suitcase. How the murderer was able to fit 2 bodies in the regular size suitcase is beyond me, but that's what's been going on. But I actually was trying to find... Hold on, I'm going to sip some of my coffee real quick. I just made it, and it's not warm anymore, so glad I put on a fresh pot. So I was trying to find funny content for YouTube, actually. Like, I've been trying to figure out if I want to do something like commentary for YouTube, kind of like Danny Gonzalez or Drew Gooden, because I really like their content. I think they're really funny. However, I don't know if I am on their level of funny, at least on the consistency level. I'm not sure. Like, I wouldn't consider myself a comedian, I don't write jokes necessarily. I just kind of come up with them. Like, I never put a joke to pen and paper, if that's what we're talking about. And so I don't know. I'm losing my train of thought. That's why I'm pausing here for a second. We were talking about TikTok. Yeah, so I fell down the TikTok hole, guys. I've wanted to get into TikTok for a while, but I just couldn't, because I didn't really get into Vine until after it was gone. So I wanted to try to get on the TikTok thing ahead of time, but I was just never in that space where I was like, yeah, I want to watch TikTok. So I actually went on there to try to find some weird, shitty stuff that I could just make commentary videos about, and then I ended up just actually enjoying myself and falling down the TikTok hole for like 2 hours at a time, which is really funny because I ended up finding a couple things that I actually did want to talk about, but not that I want to make fun of. So I thought that I would talk about them on the podcast today, because that's really what I mean, that's kind of where my mind's been, is on TikTok lately. So the first thing I found on TikTok. So I just as a quick insert here, I actually came up with the name Words Are Hard with my friend back in Denver, and it was kind of like the whole concept was just to talk about whatever we wanted to talk about, but that we're not going to talk very well. Like, words are hard to say sometimes, and that's pretty much it. Like, yes, it's going to be a podcast. I hope you guys enjoy it, but at the same time, don't expect the highest quality. I'm not a voice actor or anything, and so, yeah, you're going to get stumbles a lot, probably. So, my apologies in advance. But anyway, I was scrolling through TikTok, and I found this video, and it was just this video of like a really zoomed in shot to like woods, and all it said was, do you see it? and I'm looking, and you can see like this guy. It looks like a guy in like a dark blue hoodie, just pacing back and forth in the woods across the street from this woman's house. So I click on her TikTok, and it's like, or her like account or whatever profile. I don't fucking know, dude. And like her whole TikTok, like, okay, the first four videos were just normal, and they were spread out like 4 months not 4 months apart, like 2 months apart ish, or like a month and a half between each one. And so I that in itself gave this story a little bit more credibility to me. But I went through all of the videos on her profile, and it's really it's actually really scary. I'm not gonna lie. Like, she says this guy will pace back and forth out there for hours at a time, like 10 hours out of a day, and then she'll come back around the next day and he's still pacing back and forth. Like, she believes he's pacing back and forth at night too. She just can't see him because she has videos of like her dog outside in the front yard barking and barking and barking and barking and barking right across the street. And so she hasn't updated or given an update in like, it's almost been 2 months. It'll be 2 months in the beginning of August. So I hope she's okay. Like, her and her husband actually did try to go confront the person or like make sure they were okay or see if they need help, because they thought maybe it was like someone with a mental illness was having like an episode. So her and her husband went, like, they filmed a TikTok, or two of them. I think it took two of them to go out there, and then there was also video they took with their security camera, and you basically just see them walking over there. And even in the TikTok where she's filming where they're at, you just like hear a scream and they both run. They just like both fucking bolt. They're like, nope, absolutely the fuck not. Which, honestly, same. So there's still no idea like what's going on, or maybe there's more of the story that I haven't found yet. But I'm gonna keep up with that, and hopefully there's some resolution sometime soon, or at least an update sometime soon, because that was the first TikTok thing that like pulled me in all the way, where I just like binge watched like, I don't know, like 15 to 20 TikToks. It was insane. um there there was also this other hole that I fell down, and it was this girl who decided to DIY redo her parents' house. So like, basically like extreme home makeover, except it was just her and her boyfriend, and like she sold a bunch of stuff, and like she was selling stuff to make the money that she needed forever for whatever she was currently working on, which was really cool. She ended up doing like one of those, you know how like you have a fireplace in a wall, but then the wall around it is like shelves built into the wall, and you got like the overhang up top and everything. She built one of those for like $40 with some scrap wood and stuff like that. It's actually insane how much she was able to do and how well she was able to do it for probably not a lot of money. And like, it was literally like her whole TikTok is just interior design, and she posted like the reaction videos of her parents on YouTube, and I watched all the TikToks, and then I went over to YouTube and I watched the video, and it was like, I wish I could do something like that for somebody, that is just so, it's just so creative. And like, I know it took so much time and work. They like literally put in a patio in the back with these box wood things. They look like big boxes, but they're just bricks of wood. I don't know how to describe it. They like literally dug out the ground and then evened it out, and then put the bricks on top, filled them with sand, put wood around the edges so that, I don't even know how to describe it. It was just, I should have grabbed the usernames of these people. I'm actually gonna go in there right now and see if I can find it. I'm still like learning how to use TikTok too, which is really funny. It took me like 5 minutes the other day to try to find where my likes were. Let's see here. Okay, I liked her TikTok. I want to say the interior design girl's name is Emily Reyna. Rayna. She is on YouTube, which is where I'm subscribed to her now. She has like 82,000 subscribers and 2 videos. It's insane. It looks when you look at the profile, you're like, what happened? How did you do that? And then the woman who's being haunted, her @ is Bets and Angel 69. So BETTSNANGEL 69. Yeah, her last update was June 2nd or June 3rd, I think, actually. But yeah, I have so many like TikToks already, because if I don't even know how to describe it, but I could literally get lost in TikTok right now. Oh, I'm gonna watch one real quick. At Chaotic Norse. The caption just says, "Don't let it flop. I spilled so much hot wax on my leg doing this." I don't know what happened, but I feel for you. Okay, I need to stop. I need to get off TikTok. Jesus Christ. My friend Emily actually showed me, there's this woman, I can't remember her @ name right now. Let me go in there and look at it, because I want to shout these people out, because I think, well, the woman who's being haunted, I just hope that she's okay, because if she is being haunted, or if that is someone like outside her house stalking her, like, that's super dangerous, and I don't want anything to happen to her. If it's an ARG, that's a whole other thing, which would be really interesting to see someone in their 40s or 50s trying to do an ARG. Sorry, I'm just grabbing her @ name real quick. No, I already got hers. What was the other girl I was talking about? Oh, the woman with the dogs. That's what it was. This woman has created this, like, you know the foam mats we used to play on as kids that, like, piece together? Well, she's created those with, like, buttons on it, so that her dog has learned how to use the buttons to communicate. Her @ name is what_about_bunny. And, like, I truly don't know how to describe it to you any other way. You'll have to check it out to really understand and grasp it. But yeah, she's taught her dog how to ask questions and respond by using these buttons, which is just, like, fucking insane if you ask me. Because I would pay so much money if I could just communicate with my dog. It's like, stop jumping on your leg. You just had surgery that cost us $3,000. So that would be great if you could just fucking not. It'd be very valuable if I could say that to my pup. My pup. I call him Bubba or Bub or Puppa, Puppo, Doggo. Got a lot of different names for him. If any of you guys watch YouTube regularly, I'm sure you know who Shane Dawson, Jeffree Star, James Charles. I'm sure you know all those names. I feel like this is the deepest I've ever been involved in YouTube drama, just because I feel like it all started with Jenna Marbles, really. When she made her video and then left the internet, which, as a humongous Jenna Marbles fan, really broke my heart. But at the same time, I was really proud to know that someone I follow cares more about their morality and taking accountability than they do making entertainment for me. Because at the end of the day, I'd much rather know that there's one more good person out there who's doing the right thing than turn the other cheek and just keep watching her content. You know, like, I did that with Shane Dawson the last couple of years, because I used to watch Shane Dawson when I was younger, and I think, looking back at it now, that's probably why I was as problematic as I was, because a lot of bad behavior was normalized on the internet. And I really, yeah, I especially like with I've been rewatching all these clips of Shane Dawson, and it's like some of them I know that I've seen, and I'm just like, wow, wow. Knowing that I saw that when I was like 12, like it's just, I think what a lot of people are not understanding, or maybe the younger generation that just recently discovered Shane doesn't understand, is that when Shane was doing all this stuff, all the people that are like 25 to, like 20 to 25, maybe 28, were all like really young and impressionable when he was doing this stuff. And we were all following him at the time. And I don't know, it's just scary to think that, I mean, I could have been one of those kids, like, I don't know. It's just, yeah, everything going on with Shane right now is very disappointing. But at the same time, I think I should have known before this. Like, I used to defend him because I thought he had changed. And then because I think we get into this like mindset where it's in the past, it doesn't matter anymore. But then when you actually watch those videos now, it's kind of like, how could anyone ever do that kind of content and, one, post it online and think it's okay, and two, have people praise him for it? Like, the world has definitely changed a lot since I was 12, but it's just insane for me to think that, like, I used to consume some of that content and, repeat back some of the jokes that I heard and think that that was okay. And I'm really glad that I have changed since then, because holy fuck, that was a lot. That was a lot. If you don't know what I'm talking about, and you have the stomach for it, and you want to know in detail what I am talking about, I would highly recommend you go watch D'Angelo Wallace's video on Shane Dawson. Keep in mind, it is an hour and 15 minutes long, but it is the most in-depth video on everything Shane has done. So I assume a lot of you guys don't care, honestly, and if you don't care, you already know probably. Yeah, looking back, Shane has been problematic pretty much the entire time, and I don't think that I'll ever watch one of his videos again unless it's just out of curiosity. Like, before, I used to kind of look up to him like, oh man, I want to be a director one day, and I want to make my own movies or direct my own stuff and whatnot. And now it's like, ooh, yeah, I don't want to be like that. Like, nope, wow, yeah. And I mean, the people he surrounds himself with is something else too. Like, Tana Mojo and Jake Paul and Jeffree Star. I feel I am so, there's just so much to unpack that I couldn't even begin to do one of those videos where they just go over everything that's happened so far and what they think is going to happen next. Like, Jeffree Star is just, I think, an evil person, to be honest. And if you've seen all the stuff that's been going on with blackmailing, and there's his voicemail from an alleged victim of James Charles that he's just gloating around as if it's this trophy he won and he can't wait to show you. And now I just literally yesterday was weird. So James Charles, he wasn't trending, but there was this thing going around saying there was this TikToker named Ethan Andrew that accused James Charles of, like, basically sexually harassing him and sending him nudes and trying to elicit nudes from him when he was 14. And then later that same day, there was a rumor that Shane Dawson died. And I was like, if this isn't connected, I don't know. It's just the coincidences. There are no coincidences in YouTube drama, okay? That's how I feel. the next thing that's gonna happen is like Jeffree Star is gonna get fucking robbed for $1 million again. I don't know. It's just really interesting to see. Like, I feel like I'm almost in too deep, and maybe it's because I've been trying to do this YouTube thing lately, and that's why I feel like I'm in too deep. But holy fuck, it's just like day after day, these people are just stirring drama and creating bullshit. Meanwhile, like, there are still major protests going on in Portland, in Washington. I'm pretty sure still in like LA or San Francisco, New York City. Like, Black Lives Matter is still protesting because like nothing's changed. That people are still angry, and the news is just like, I don't hear anything. Is that the wind? Or people screaming for their lives? I can't tell the difference. I think I get caught up in the Black Lives Matter thing so intensely sometimes that I just have to take like a 4-month break where I just think about cheese or bologna. I don't know. Like, my brain can't constantly take a bombardment of negativity all the time, because when I get angry, I get really angry, and all I want to do is go out there and burn it down, and then I remember that I have to live a life and I have to like reel it in, and then I get sad because I have to conform. I don't know, it's just the whole fucking thing with all this. I don't know. I've been thinking lately that I don't want to go to school, and then I also do want to go to school. Same. I don't know. Because I could go to ASU online through my job, because I do get full tuition, but it's like I have to pay first and then I get reimbursed. And it's like, do I really want to deal with trying to find the money for school? But then I think I could just do FAFSA. But I have so many questions that I don't feel like going and searching for the answers for, if that makes sense. And I know ASU fucking harasses me every time I try to get, or like, I'll put in my information to get more info, and then they call you twice a day every day for like 6 months. It's insane. I appreciate it because comparatively to a normal college where they're just like, I'm sorry, who are you? It's nice to know that someone cares and is trying to answer my questions, but at the same time, it's just like, I'm not ready to commit, and you're just this over anxious girlfriend trying to get me to move in, and I am so not ready to move in. And then you keep talking about marriage, and I'm like, I can't even stand you for like 30 seconds right now, dude. I've never been in one of those relationships, but I can imagine. I don't know. I've been single for 4 years, so there's that. But I don't know, man. I want to do film, and I want to do photography. I don't want to work at the job I'm at now because I'm pretty over it, to be honest. But like, there isn't really much that I could do right now. Like, I have a really good setup, I'm not gonna lie, but it's not where my heart's at. Honestly, I don't even know if my heart's in making videos right now, because all I want to do is that. But then every time I try to make content, it's like, I don't even know if it's, I don't think my heart isn't in it. It's just that my heart is so in it, and I feel like I can't do it to the fullest extent that I want to, that it feels pretty defeating. So I'm just trying to find these little sparks of hope and everything. And that's enough. But eventually I want a full fire, you know? I want to light my passion up. And that's really hard when I'm working 30 hours a week, especially when I don't have 2 days off in a row. Like, yesterday was my only day off until Sunday. So yesterday was Monday, and then I work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, then Sunday, and then I work Monday again, and then I'm off Tuesday. So without a consistent work schedule, it's really hard to have a consistent hobby schedule. And when your hobby involves trying to build an audience for your content, you want to be as consistent as you can be. So I'm trying to post Wednesdays on YouTube because I miss Jenna Marbles, and Sundays on the WeTube, which if you want to check out my WeTube channel, WeTube.com, theweetube.com/MAILLIWCORLEY. I think that's it. I'll have all the links in the description of this video. A link to my YouTube channel, my Twitter. You can follow me. Well, no, I don't want you to follow me on Instagram. It's private. But I'm also going to put some links down below that you can donate to and help support Black Lives Matter. I'm also going to put the @names of the TikTokers that I enjoy down below as well. Give them a little shout out. Not that anyone's going to see it because I have no subscribers really. I have 23 subscribers. I do want to give a shout out to my 23 subscribers. I appreciate y'all. I'm pretty sure like 99% of you are my in real life friends. I love you. I miss you. And I wish that I could be back in Denver. But not yet. Eventually. But I don't think I have anything else to talk about really. That was pretty much everything I had in my mind. If you are still listening to this podcast, I really do appreciate it. This is the first one. It can only get better from here. I would hope that this isn't the best that I can get. But I'm still new to this. I don't know how often I'm going to be doing these podcasts either. I think, instead of trying to figure out a plan for a video and how to edit it and everything, it's a lot easier to just kind of come up with some stuff I want to talk about, sit down, do one take, just talk to myself basically. Because I kind of have an issue with filming really long videos anyway and then figuring out how to cut it down. So I think maybe podcasts are just kind of what I'm going for. Although I will say jump cuts and zoom in edits are just so funny to me. Although it's a pain in the ass to do them, I really enjoy the feeling afterwards of knowing, like when I'm watching my own edits and I laugh, that is a satisfying feeling to know that I'm making myself laugh the same way that like Danny Gonzalez makes me laugh. Shout out to Danny Gonzalez, by the way. If you don't watch him, I would highly recommend his content. He does do a lot of commentary stuff. And he's so funny. I just don't understand how some people are so funny. Same with Drew Gooden. He's just very like, I don't know. I don't know how to describe their humor. It's just, maybe it's dumb and I just like dumb stuff, but I don't know, guys. I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks for listening to Words Are Hard, and I hope to see you back here again next time, alright?